Hello everyone, have a nice day. Thank you Hillary for this incredible story. Enjoy listening.
I swear on my heart. To be in good health is your duty to yourself, your contemporaries, your heirs, and to progress throughout the world. Gwendolyn Brooks, American poetess. Serious illness, serious thickening, serious, serious, serious. The word was hammering in my head. It felt like there was no other word. I sat in the car and cried. Outside the windows was the dry Arizona heat. My day began with a visit to the cardiologist. I came to get the results of the blood work and heart ultrasound that I had done every year. I had previously had an arrhythmia and had had heart surgery 8 years ago. After the surgery, I was perfectly healthy and had no idea that I had any problems. So the results of the tests blew me away. "You have a serious heart disease that started last year," the doctor calmly told me. "What?" I mumbled in response, struck by the word serious. "Yes, in the last year there was a significant thickening of the lower chamber of the heart." "What do you mean? How could this happen?" "Probably because of high blood pressure," the doctor answered. "But my blood pressure is normal," I said at a loss. I felt like I was dreaming and having some kind of nightmare dream. "Most likely, my blood pressure rose because of stress." "Have you had stresses in your life in the last year?" "Yes. It's been a very stressful year indeed. I worked as a school psychologist, as well as doing career guidance for students. One of my colleagues quit unexpectedly at the very beginning of the school year. No one was hired in her place. There was a lot of work, and I was finishing very late. I was only able to get through last year because I had help from a colleague who had already retired. All in all, I was really very tired. "You need to take care of your health and change your lifestyle," the doctor advised, and that was the end of my visit to him. I walked to my car and cried. Then I called my husband and confusedly explained the situation. I had a thickening of my lower heart chamber. If nothing was done, it would lead to congestive heart failure. My husband took his time answering. "Don't worry, I will help you and do whatever it takes," he finally said. Luckily, I was starting my vacation the next week. We were out of town and I was able to gather my thoughts in peace. We were relaxing on the beach as a family, and I thought that life is beautiful and should be fought for. My husband and my almost adult daughters promised to do whatever was necessary to help me. I knew that if I wanted to see my grandchildren and great-grandchildren, I had to make a dramatic lifestyle change. My husband and I were going to travel a lot in the future and enjoy each other's company. I firmly believed that God still had plans for me. I promised myself and my family to live as long as possible. I carefully considered a plan of action, gathered the necessary information online, in books and magazines, and began to fight my ailment on several fronts at once. The heart complications were only part of the problem. Besides that, I was pre-diabetic, and my body was not rejecting insulin. Still, I was determined to start a new life. First of all, I concentrated on a healthy diet and an active lifestyle. I started taking medications for high blood pressure and medications to treat prediabetes. I read about a number of supplements that help improve heart function and counteract insulin rejection. I stopped eating muffins and bagels and started eating lots of apples, nuts, kefir, protein shakes and energy bars. I joined a gym and went to the treadmill every day. At first I held onto the handrail, but after a while I started waving my arms in time with the steps and increased my speed and incline. After a couple of months, I was already transitioning to running for 30 seconds, then walking again, and then running again for 30 seconds. But not only was I exercising my body and eating right, I was also taking care of my mental health and mood. I spent more time with friends and colleagues who supported me in every way. They complimented me, as sweet as donuts, but there wasn't a grain of sugar in them. I read every health magazine article I could find. I deliberately slowed down my pace of life, worked less, and on Fridays I didn't show up to the office at all. From Friday to Sunday I allowed myself to sleep a little longer. I took a lot of walks with the dogs, I took care of the flowers on the veranda, and the stress gradually went away. I allowed my body to get stronger and healer and my soul to calm down, and I anticipated a happy and peaceful future. In addition, I joined a Christian women's group to discuss spiritual development. Through these discussions and with God's help, I realized how and why my health had deteriorated. Recovery did not happen overnight. It took more than a year. When I had a heart ultrasound 18 months later, the results were remarkable. I lost 20 pounds, and I no longer had to take medications for high blood pressure. In the future, I plan to take the same care of my heart and not eat too many sweets. A healthy lifestyle is not easy, but I'm not going to give up. As soon as I got the results of the ultrasound, I called my husband and said, "My heart is totally fine. I'm cured." "That's great," he answered. "That is wonderful news. We will continue to help you live a healthy life. I will not let you down and I will live up to your expectations. I swear on my heart." I answered him with deep gratitude.